Welcome back. As tax season approaches, many individuals and business owners are navigating new updates as well as strategies to maximize their returns. Now, this year, the IRS has expanded its direct file program to 25 states, making it easier for eligible taxpayers to file their federal taxes for free. Joining us is the Stakeholder Liaison at the IRS, Yolanda Durant. And thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Filing season 2025 is here.
It's here.
And we've had you on a couple of times, but really, how's it going for you? Are you seeing more and more people take advantage of the different ways to file?
Yeah, our direct file program is really starting to see higher numbers. So people do like it. They are using it. Our events are being full. So people are starting to listen and really try to push filing on time.
If somebody doesn't know, there is an opportunity now to have direct file. So if somebody doesn't know, let's go over that one more time.
Sure. So direct file, it is income-based and is only in 25 states. New York, Pennsylvania, Jersey, Connecticut are included. So our tri-state area is all included. And it can do basic tax returns. So depending on your income, the type of income, it won't be able to do it yet. We're still learning. It's in a beta program, but we're trying to get first-time filers, low-income filers, a way to file for free.
And for people who are out there right now, may not be so familiar, listen, we say tax season is right here. We want you to be very aware of the deadlines, and so I'm going to let Yolanda take it away. Let us know a little bit more about these deadlines and what people can do.
So the deadline is April 15th.
Right.
If you think you need more time, you can always file an extension. That will push you out to file a little later. However, you want to make sure you're estimating if you owe or if you're going to get a refund when you do your extension. It's an extension to file, not an extension to pay. So if you don't pay on time, then of course you run into the chance of having interest and penalties.
Right. And when you do, you know, those interest and penalties can add up.
Yeah.
And that's when people really run into trouble. And they make this mistake all the time.
Right.
What are the common mistakes that we're seeing people make during this season?
They don't want to file because they owe, and they are trying to avoid interest and penalties. However, there's no way to avoid them. It's better to file and then maybe make a payment plan, make a voluntary payment. There are many different options. You can do a payment plan online, you can come into a local office, or you can call one of the call sites to make a payment plan. And you can start as low as $25. So it's best just to make that payment plan, keep up with your payments as you can. If you can make voluntary payments to help pay it down faster, that would be my best suggestion. But always file on time.
I think a lot of frustration always kicks in, and sometimes even anxiety kicks in around these laws. They're ever changing, right?
Yeah.
And I got to keep up with this and got to know that. And even if I'm dealing with an accountant, I want to make sure that my accountant is doing right by me. And how do I know that my accountant isn't doing right if they don't know, right? So how do we keep up? And how is the best way to kind of like get in the flow of dealing with these law changes?
I say sign up for our newsletter. As things are changing, we're putting them directly on our website. We are on social media. We have our webinars and some of our presentations pre-recorded on YouTube, X, Twitter. So you can easily find the information if you know where to look. And we do partner with some other agencies as well to get the message out. And in my department, Stakeholder Liaison, we are physically in your communities. We're going to schools, churches, small business, and we're trying to get the information out.
A lot of New Yorkers, particularly here in the borough of the Bronx, find a way somewhere up there in Connecticut, some go across New Jersey, whatever. It's the tri-state area, right? So we do have a lot of people working in the tri-state. As we have these deadlines that are looming, there are also multi-state obligations.
Correct.
So some tips, some information when it comes to that multi-state tax return.
So I say you start with your federal because that information will trigger into your state so you're not duplicating the same information. You have to understand, does your state have any bipartisan rules with any other states? So that you know exactly what states to file. Some of them will just be information purposes and then some will be actual tax returns. But if you really need help for the state level, you should be reaching out to the state. And they come out with us sometimes to do outreach and educate. So we're all trying to make sure everyone's filing on the state level and federal level.
Yeah. Got some new software out there too, huh?
Yeah, we've been busy.
Yeah.
We listen. It takes us some time, but we listen.
I won't even say it on TV. The government listens? Go ahead.
Right. So we do have like a new tool, a document upload tool. So people are saying snail mail does not work. I keep mailing you things. I get no response. So we're trying a document upload tool. So if you receive a letter that says you can upload your documents to this tool, you can upload your documents, answer the questions, provide us the supporting documentations, and then you know for sure that we have this new information. So we can process it a little faster. Right. We also have a withholding calculator. So sometimes when you owe year after year, it could be due to your withholdings. So you can check your withholdings throughout the year. I do it for myself just to make sure that I have enough taxes coming out of my paycheck.
Yeah. With all that's going on right now in federal government, a lot of people have concerns about processing and processing times and things of that nature. Can you give us any insight?
Don't wait.
Yeah.
Don't wait. File on time. File your extension on time. Get your documents ready, whether you do it yourself or, like you said, you hire someone. Stay on top of your documents. I always keep a folder. As my documents come in, I'm putting them in so I know what I have, what I need, what I'm missing.
Small business is huge, right?
Yes.
And we know that's the lifeblood of what we see here in our borough and across New York City. And we know that small business is the lifeblood of America. But yet and still, when it comes to that tax season, very important time, and a lot of small businesses are having a hard time juggling. You know, just to keep the old days say we should keep the cash register going, but now also to deal with the taxes. Advice for small businesses, entrepreneurs?
So right after filing season, we jump into Small Business Week, which is starting May 4th. And that's where we're telling them, depending on how you set up your business, these are the tax returns that you need to file. This is how you handle your payroll. This is how you hiring employee, and make sure they understand the difference between an independent contractor and an employee, especially for filing purposes. So we understand their job, their blinders are, I'm in the business, I'm working the business, and they put everything else to the side. So we're trying to make it a habit. If you start 2 hours a day, it won't be as bad. As your business grows, then your time will grow, but you'll have the foundation to understand taxes.
Yeah. As you talk about what we're seeing in this time frame, right? It's getting down to crunch time.
It is.
Where should a person be on the journey right now?
Your documents should already be organized. You should have reached out to your banks, mortgage companies, your employers if you did not receive your documents. And you should be either saying, I'm doing it myself, or I'm going to a preparer and I have my appointment. Everything now should just be get it done. Organized, researched, and now you know whether I'm going to do it myself or have a preparer do it.
Yeah. And so for people who need more information, what do they do?
Sure, you can always check us on our website, irs.gov. I'm always available, and they can reach me at yolanda.a.durant@irs.gov.
And I understand, correct me if I'm wrong, direct file remains open until October 15th?
Yes, because of people that file extensions.
So you can go all the way up till October.
Correct. If you file your extension timely.
Right. Right.
It has to still be in before April 15th for your extension.
And for yourself, you're out there in the community, right?
I am out here.
Right.
Weekends,
in
nights.
these streets, right.
Virtual.
Right.
I try to make myself accessible because I need to make sure I'm reaching the people where they need me to be.
Let's hang out on the streets for a moment. You know, a lot of people come up to you, and I'm sure there's some people who just have this apprehension. First of all, do you find the people who are apprehensive to talk to you?
Absolutely.
So you have to put on an extra smile, right? Just say, listen, I'm not here to hurt you.
I never force people.
Right.
In outreach, I let them come to me, even if it's to moan and groan, it's acceptable. I send emails. I do cold calling. Some people think I'm a scam. It doesn't offend me because I like that they know that there are scams. So the fact that you think I'm a scam, you're listening to us to be wary of scams. So I don't take it personally.
And you mentioned scams. So how do people avoid scams, and what is a scam?
So we have all different types of scams. The most two that I see the most are social media scams, people pretending to be tax professionals, and people are emailing them their sensitive documents to do their taxes because it's cheap, and they're just stealing your information. We all get those telephone, text calls pretending to be a bank, UPS, there's a package, you click on it, and now they're in your bank account, and you have no idea what could happen. But we also help small businesses and regular sized businesses if they have a data breach. We can walk them through the process of how to protect their information.
And those scams, they're pretty prevalent.
They're not going anywhere. We make a list every single year of the top 12 that we see, and we post them directly on our website as well.
And so would you have that list like that, right? And there's so many scams out there. For the average person, I know you said it's 12, but for the average person, that's hard to keep up. I mean,
I know.
you know, so information and education, you're spending a lot of time on the education side about these scams?
Correct. And we also emphasize an IP PIN, which is the identity theft PIN number that you can attach to your social security number when you file. Therefore, we know you are the right person filing this tax return. So we do emphasize that people should sign up to get an IP PIN to protect their identity.
Yeah. Get that IP PIN, get ready. The time frame is around the corner. The deadline is around the corner. She's going to tell us one more time the deadline.
April 15th, unless you would like to file an extension until October 15th.
You know, somebody at home right now saying, they didn't say what day it was. They didn't say, you know, there's always somebody at home, right?
April 15th,
Now, we done
and
told
you
you
have
10
to
times
file
already.
and file for your extension if you would like to go to October 15th.
Did you hear that? 10 times we told you in one segment, April 15th. I didn't hear them say it. I said it one more time. April 15th. All right.